If the first episode didn't scare you, this one should, as it has 400% more ghosts in it. It's TSOL, Lost Backwards. Hello and welcome to TSOL, Lost Backwards, the series where I watch the television show Lost in reverse chronological order and see if I can make sense of it. I'm Eric Eberly and I will be introducing you to all the fun ghosts today. So until anyone starts engaging with me on social media, I don't have anything else to do, so let's get right to the episode. Dr. Handsome wakes up. Guess it was all just a dream. No, that'd be dumb. Handsome is dead and there's nothing to do. Handsome is dead and there's nothing to do but haunt his son with his funky new ghost powers. Oh yeah, he's got a son. The haunting is interrupted by the son's pregnant girlfriend. Awkward dialogue ensues, but the interruption is interrupted by a phone call. Handsome tries to say, "My father's coffin," like it's no big deal, but it totally is a big deal. Back in the island, in the least sterile conditions possible outside of an actual sewer, Handsome's performing impromptu surgery on Kate for some reason. She dialogues about someone's baby. Oh, and then we get the opening credits. While Blonde Guy tries to decide if there's some irony in life jackets washing up on the shore, Handsome drops a bomb and says that Saeed is dead. I guess the nerd's Batman origin thing really didn't work out too well. Hope Saeed comes back as a ghost. I liked him. In the real world, Baldy's back surgery didn't seem to take. Desmond is furious at this. The Weasel tries to intervene before something interesting can happen. Ooh, a fight breaks out, and the Weasel activates his only known defense mode. Having a flashback. Disgusted at his lack of attention to his own beatdown, Desmond drives away in a huff. Back on the island, the Weasel is leading Eyeliner Guy and Asian Guy number 1 towards the promise of explosives. I realize it might seem a little bit racist calling him Asian Guy number 1, but I promise as soon as he exhibits any kind of a defining trait, I will give him a funny nickname. Oh, and here we go. How about talking with dead people? Johnny Ghost Talker senses that someone dead is nearby. But instead of it being Handsome hiding in the bushes, dialogue at the ready. It's the Weasel's daughter. Everyone is sad for a moment before realizing that anyone can come back as a ghost, so death is merely an inconvenience. Inside one of the houses, Weasel tries to lighten the mood by joking about monsters. The others are oblivious to the joke despite the fact that they're all standing inside of a giant closet. They pick up some C4 and are surprised to find an old guy and some young lady in the kitchen. You think working backwards we would start to have fewer and fewer characters to deal with, instead of more. In a foolish effort to prevent more dialogue, Eyeliner immediately reveals the plan to blow up the plane. The old guy totally already thought of this and is going to blow up the plane instead. The conflict here is escaping me. They both want to blow up the plane, so just be friends. Jacob is mentioned, Baldy is spotted approaching, the old guy incompetently rips off the Terminator, and then they all go hide. Back in the real world, Weasel, post-beating, is expressing to Blondly the audience's confusion at these spontaneous flashbacks. Blonde Guy and Johnny Ghost Talker do some cop dialogue while Desmond shows up and tries to blend genres by confessing to a bunch of crimes, at least some of which he did actually commit. But just like the Joker in The Dark Knight, he wanted to be arrested. Kate and Saeed are in the holding cells. The law clearly caught up to both the Batman and the thieves. Back to Dr. Handsome. Not wasting any time, Blonde Guy and Handsome have some dialogue, playfully threatening the fourth wall with talks of quantum immortality. The nerd is being robbed by the least threatening child ever, and after a half-hearted pursuit, he discovers actually another ghost. Let's call him Jaime Lannister. Elsewhile, Baldy continues to encroach on Weasel et al. Weasel optimizes the party's equipment, leaving him and Eyeliner to deal with Baldy. Whoa! What the hell was that? Eyeliner just got eaten by a Nazgul, probably for trying to ape his whole gothy vibe. The Weasel is unconcerned and Baldy tries to hire him to do some wet work. Clearly at the bottom of his list, if Weasel's always got to deal with. Baldy offers him the island in payment, like some sort of Dubai chic. Now he just gives his friends up immediately, folding like a paper towel teepee. Baldy walks into the hidden room and somehow Johnny Ghost Talker has escaped. Oh shit. Where was his action last week? Baldy just killed the young lady. Clearly he doesn't care about bolstering the ghost ranks of Handsome's heroes. Baldy's doing the whole threatening, menacing thing that bad guys always do. Maybe this is just me being heartless, but I feel at this point in our society, we should have solved the game of the villain being, oh, do what I want or I'll kill your family, you have my word, kind of a thing. Old Guy's only defense seems to be drifting through other genres by talking about Desmond being resistant to electromagnetism. Wanting to prove to Baldy what a badass he can be, the Weasel just shoots old guy, which saves me the trouble of having to make up a funny name for him. Handsome's party has been led back to the campfire where the ghost of Jaime Lannister is waiting. Somehow seemed to take him until nightfall, even though the nerd only ran like 20 feet. Everyone but Handsome is all confused and asking the sort of pointless questions that people always ask ghosts. Handsome's been a ghost for a whole episode, so this is old news to him. You can't just get the mysteries of fate and free will answered by asking a ghost, Kate. Oh wait, maybe you can. Set a spell and old Jaime will tell you how the universe works. Oh, and one of them is gonna marry the island or something. Everyone's just trying so hard not to look at Handsome right now. He's clearly the protagonist. So much dialogue. Fate and monsters and chosen ones. Jaime is now auditioning for the opening cinematic of some video game. Handsome grabs the reins of this plotline like a true protagonist and volunteers to take over for Jaime and protect the heart of the ocean. I mean, the heart of the forest. I mean, the heart of the island. They have a weird part baptism, part communion thing, and Jaime finally sees Handsome for what he is. A ghost. Back to the jailhouse drama. Desmond is orchestrating a convoluted escape, doing some sort of Godfather thing where he asks for favors from Kate and Saeed. The nerd shows up driving Bumblebee, and the party splits up. Before we have a chance to get any idea what's happening, we're back to the island already. Baldy is being grilled by the Weasel, probably trying to find some sort of weakness in case he has to betray Baldy instantly, just like he did his last group of friends. Baldy reveals his endgame: destroy the island. Boy, if he succeeds, the last million episodes of this are going to be really boring. Lost, at sea. Where did the island go? Who knows what new genres will be delved into in the next episode. Tune in next week to find out. In the meantime, follow me on Twitter at lost_backwards or my website TSOL lostbackwards.wordpress.com. Got it on the first try that time. And also on YouTube.